Hi, my name is MK1 Jeffrey Redmond. I'm with Engineering Systems School Fast Response Cutter staff at Training Center Yorktown. This video will cover the replacement and removal of the MTU 20V 4000 M93L jacket water pump. The MPC that coincides with this task is Alpha 51101.D. This task will normally be performed as part of a 6,000 hour QL3 maintenance or as a corrective maintenance upon failure. This video is for familiarization with the task and shall not take place of official procedures promulgated by a Patrol Boat product line. Before we start, ensure you follow all safety guidelines outlined in the maintenance procedure card. Let's cover the tools you'll need for this task. Flathead screwdriver, scribe, 3/8 socket wrench, 1/2-inch socket wrench, 18mm 1/2-inch drive socket, 16mm 1/2-inch drive socket, 13mm 1/2-inch drive socket, 18mm 3/8 drive socket, 16mm 3/8 drive socket, 18mm swivel head 3/8 drive, 16mm swivel head 3/8 drive, a short 3/8 drive extension, a long 3/8 drive extension, an 18mm combination wrench, an 18mm ratcheting wrench, torque wrench that goes up to 80 Newton meters, a Ford wrench, and for consumables, you'll need Hockaform 3015. Prior to removal of the jacket water pump, the jacket water must be drained from the engine. Refer to MPC Alpha 51111.D. The jacket water is already drained, so let's get started.
From this valve, any remaining jacket water in the inlet elbow can be drained into a bucket. Remove the intake air manifold section for cylinders B9 and B10. Remove the 4 M10 attaching bolts with a 16mm socket wrench. Remove the clips on the cable bracket and gently remove the cables from the bracket on the bottom side of the intake section. Take care not to damage the injector connector at the cylinder head. Gently rotate and remove the intake air manifold section out of the way and set aside. Remove the additional cable clamp clips and cables. Be careful not to damage the clips or cables with the screwdriver. Remove the raw water and oil level pressure sensor connectors. Remove the bolts that attach the cable bracket to the intake elbow. It will be necessary to remove the jacket water expansion tank hose connected at the forward side of the raw water pump. With the cable clamp bracket out of the way, disconnect both ends of the jacket water pump inlet elbow and carefully remove it from the engine. Using a scribe, remove the 2 O-rings associated with the jacket water pump inlet elbow. Remove the 2 bolts from the jacket water pump discharge outlet and the 3 jacket water pump attaching bolts. 2 of these are on the forward part of the pump and 1 is on the back side. These bolts have different lengths. Carefully remove the pump from the engine and move it to a safe work area. Remove and discard all used O-rings from the pump and pipework. Install new O-rings on the drive side of the new pump and on the inlet side as well. Ensure you use Hockaform 3015 on all O-rings. Install new O-rings on all pipework as necessary. It is important to refer to the current maintenance procedure card or technical publication for tightening specifications and tolerances. These change from time to time by the manufacturer or other authority. Carefully install the jacket water pump to the engine. Ensure that the gears have aligned properly and it is fully seated in place. Install 3 jacket water pump attaching bolts and tighten them to specified torque. Install the 2 jacket water pump discharge bolts and tighten to specified torque. Install a new inlet elbow to piping O-ring. Carefully place the inlet elbow into position. Install the inlet elbow to pump bolts and the inlet elbow to piping bolts. Tighten all bolts to specified torque value. Install the jacket water expansion tank hose to the inlet elbow and tighten to specified torque. Install the cable clamp bracket. After the bolts are hand tight, ensure you tighten the bolts to specified torque. Install the cables into the clamps. Place the clips over the cables and make sure they're fastened securely. Then it's time to reconnect the raw water pressure sensor and oil level monitoring sensor connectors. Remove the old intake manifold O-ring. Install a new intake manifold O-ring and install 2 new gaskets for cylinders B9 and B10 inlet. Ensure you have these in the correct position. Carefully install the intake air manifold segment. This can be a bit challenging to get in place. Take care not to damage the injector cabling and/or thermocouple cabling. Install the 4 M10 bolts into the intake manifold segment. Align them with the cylinder head holes and be sure you've got the side with the clamp on correctly. Torque the 4 M10 bolts to specified torque value. Install the cabling and bracket interferences that were previously removed under the intake air manifold section. Don't forget to install the clips. Fill the engine with coolant per MPC A51111.D. Then conduct a performance test to ensure repairs were made successfully.